Heathrow Airport Terminal 5, the busiest airport terminal in the UK, the home of British Airways, and of course a crucial part of Heathrow, the busiest airport in Europe. And it appears that Heathrow has now got the backing of the government for expansion, building a third runway over towards the northwest and a fifth terminal. Yes, even though Terminal 5 makes it sound as though the next one should be the sixth, actually Terminal 1 has been knocked down. However, the bulldozers won't be moving in first thing tomorrow morning. There is an enormous amount of work to be done. For a start, there has to be an application for planning permission to tear up an awful lot of the land to the northwest of the existing airport, knock down quite a lot of things, build new terminals, new car parks, new transport links, divert the M25 and cause all manner of disruptions. Of course, that is only part of the story. There is also the very serious concerns about the environmental impact. Everything from the residents of West London and Berkshire being worried about increased noise to environmental campaigners who say this is completely incompatible with aims on climate emissions. So the whole process is going to take some years. Meanwhile, over at Gatwick, well, I think things could accelerate there. There's already a second runway there. It just needs to be moved a little bit and then brought into permanent use. That could be ready before the end of the decade. And at Luton, simply a matter of expanding terminal space and improving the way that the taxiways and the runway work. So I think that will be going ahead. However, there is one way of, from tomorrow, increasing the number of departures and arrivals, or at least increasing the resilience of Heathrow, and that is to bring in something called mixed mode, where you have aircraft landing and taking off from both the northern and the southern runway at the same time. While Heathrow at the moment gets a plane off the ground and another one landing every 80 seconds or so, over at Gatwick, the world's busiest single runway airport, they can get a plane down and another one taking off 65 seconds apart. However, that would mean much more noise for the people of West London and Berkshire. And as one transport secretary told me, if you think the third runway is controversial, wait until you mention mixed mode. I've been reporting on the prospects for Heathrow expansion since deep into the 20th century. I expect I will be here for some time to come. And by the way, if you want a metaphor for the growth plans, it took me rather a long time to get here today. The smart new Crossrail Elizabeth line costing £20 billion is out of action to Heathrow Terminal 5 today because of a broken rail. And the Piccadilly line, well, there's 20-minute gaps between trains, and that's because more trains than usual need repairs at the same time. So, well, we have a long way to go in every sense.